Jakarta is a city full of things to see. From the many cultural icons that come from its long history to the people that enrich the day-to-day life in and around its streets. And sometimes, on a clear and cloud-free night, those with a little luck can see a glimpse of our universe and the stars within. However, because we live in a city, it is quite difficult to see stars because of the light pollution that comes from our buildings. However, there was once a place where you can see the stars and many things beyond it. It's right over here. This is the Jakarta Planetarium and Observatory, located at the Taman Ismail Marzuki in central Jakarta. It is a building representing the richness of history and knowledge located within the city. The planetarium has been closed to the public since 2020, but I was given an exclusive tour to see what still lies within. Good morning, Mas Rehan.
Good morning, Mas Satya.
So nice to meet you. I thought you were going to come out from there.
Yeah, actually, that's planetarium building. But
Okay.
right now, we currently being office here.
I see. Okay.
Temporarily.
Right, temporarily, while it's still being renovated.
Yes.
If you will. I see. Well, let's take a look inside, shall we?
Let's go.
Okay. The Jakarta Planetarium and Observatory broke ground in the early 1960s on the orders of President Sukarno, who had the vision to put Indonesia at the forefront of research into science and technology. In the 5 decades after its inauguration, the planetarium has become an important center of education into the stars for many in Jakarta, and indeed the rest of the country, with many Indonesians experiencing their first foray into astronomy right here within its grounds, myself included. Since 2020, however, its facilities have fallen into disrepair after revitalization efforts left the planetarium only partially finished. Thankfully, a vital part of this facility, its heart and soul, is still intact.
Yeah, this is where the magic happens.
Yeah?
This is where people come inside and see the planetarium show.
Right.
So we have like 22-meter diameter in the diameter of the dome.
Uh-huh.
And currently we have like 250 seats. Before the revitalization, we have like 350.
And basically the projections, they all kind of show up on the, on the ceiling of the dome.
screen is, yeah, the dome is become the screen. So because we need that design to imitate the night sky.
Okay.
Because we know night sky is also a dome of light, right?
Okay.
So it's like half of a round. So this is where we simulate the night sky.
At its center is the Universarium, affectionately known by the astronomists as starball. It is an analog projector with possibly hundreds of lenses, each one projecting with extreme precision the exact location of visible objects in the night sky. The starball was first acquired by the planetarium in 1996, but was partly broken after the planetarium's closing in 2020. And so, some of its functions are not accessible. Despite its age and its damage, however, the starball can still work its magic. Shall we give it a try then?
Of course. Well, lights down.
Wow. A symphony of light appears in the night sky. There are those of stars, planets, and galaxies that we could see on a clear night in the southern hemisphere. And accompanying them were constellations, groupings of stars in our night sky, which has been used from as early as our oldest ancestors as a way to tell time, to navigate the lands and the seas, and to enrich our cultures through stories. From Scorpius, Taurus, to Pegasus, and many more, They're symbols projected upon the dome for us to see what our ancestors saw so many years ago.
How is it?
Wow, that was crazy. That was amazing.
Yeah, that's amazement. That's something that we always try to give to the people that come here.
Yeah.
We give them knowledge, but most of all, we give them a amazement of the imagination of the science. Astronomy is important because it's opened up our minds to our place and our position in the universe. And most of all, for kids, for children, it will invite them in the love of science.
Our little tour of the planetarium brought flashbacks to the first time I saw the stars so clearly in the sky and rekindled a sense of awe that I hadn't experienced since I was a child. And as we walked out and my eyes began to adjust back to daylight, I felt sad that my sense of wonder began to disappear once more. But then we reached the final stop of our tour, and my inner child appeared once again thanks to a telescope located in the planetarium's observatory. After the planetarium closed in 2020, the telescope became seldom used. But after several years in the darkness, we were about to open its eyes once again.
And this, you said, came from the 1950s.
Yes, and installed around early 1970s. The technology is actually from the 50s.
Wow.
And as we played with the scope, something finally hit me. And that is, even though Rayhan and his team continue to educate the public on astronomy by hosting events and visiting schools, nothing can compare to the experience of visiting a planetarium and observatory like this. Such places can inspire new generations to pursue studies and careers in the natural sciences in a way that perhaps the initiator of this place, Sukarno, had envisioned. That is just one of many important reasons why the Jakarta Planetarium and Observatory should reopen its doors. But for now at least, the starball will be shut and the eye facing the sky will be closed once more. Satya Permesi and Lutfi Evan for See Today.